What do you think of that? What don't you think of that? I think that girl has got everything.
I like that colour. Have you got the matching crop top?
Yeah.
Nice. I'm very excited. It's a nice little thick blanket.
La la la.
Right, I just need to like adjust my...
I did press play, didn't I?
I have no idea. Hattie, did Mummy press play? What's that? You don't give a fuck? Oh, truth.
Yes, 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 I did.
Look, this is what I'm on Reddit. That's my child, people, yeah? It's a boy, just in case anyone was wondering.
He's the cool one, apparently.
It goes on and on and on. That's my crazy. Loads of it, loads of it. I'm like, just read and read and read, and I'm like, I want to get a life, mate. I don't know why I'm so entertained. I think it's because I want the downfall. I'm desperate for the downfall of such an evil person.
You need to know what happens next.
I need this person to be stopped, and I just don't understand how it's not happening. But anywho... I know. Do you feel a bit tired today?
No, I'm okay. Apart from my little cricket.
I think once I've had the run, I'll be fine. Oh, so I've got the skipping rope there.
Yeah.
But it's got balls on the end.
Any good?
Yes. So it counts it, but I haven't got to worry about hitting things. And then I brought this yesterday, literally from a shop down the road.
I was looking at those. Oh, so do you know we went on the walk? Yeah. Do you know we went
Did one. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, it's hard.
But I reckon if I can be consistent and do it every day, I'll be able to pull myself up. Because that is upper strength as well as abs.
So you'll be able to pull me up.
That's what I'm saying.
Awesome. You go first.
Teamwork, babes. Yeah, just while we're on the subject, before we really get into the podcast, can people we really love a team for Tough Mudder. In May, we're doing the Infinity.
We are. It's not just the Infinity, because the Infinity is actually 8 hours. We are doing the Europe's toughest mudder,
like idiots, and we'd really love a team. And if
that's
not
what
a
makes
team,
it 12 hours,
right? And if not a team,
toughest.
And you see us, please help us. Help me. I'm a woman.
Don't do that.
Oh, help us. It's just difficult to get over.
It's a teamwork situation.
Yeah. If we
That's all.
Keely's not doing it. Helen won't do it.
No. I've still got to send a message on my work team thing. I keep forgetting. The minute I walk out of work, I'm just like, I'm done.
Yeah, you've moved on with your life. I get it. I get it, you know. But yeah.
Yeah, we need a team.
I said, because Harry said I would have done it if it was the 5. We would have been fine with Harry. If it was the 5 or 10, but we're dramatic or whatever, you know, main character symptom.
I'm not being... In some respects, he's right, we are being dramatic, because we have skipped the Infinity and gone on to Europe's toughest mudder Infinity.
But what
we've
we
got
have
8 hours.
The most exciting part of the whole day is when we're done. We're going Toby Carvery.
Go for a good.
We're going to book that.
We are going for a.
That was such a good idea. My brain went
an epic moment in time.
It was. We were like high five.
That's the one.
It wasn't a high. It was a double high five.
It was like teary-eyed moment, like
because it's all you can eat as well, isn't it?
So excited.
I'm only getting meat, Yorkshires, and potatoes. That's it.
Oh no, because I really like their the cauliflower cheese.
I'll try it. I'm quite funny. I loved my mum's, but I tell you, who done it? Was it Hayley? I'm funny with macaroni cheese, right? I've never, not my mum's, no one's, never found anyone's that I like.
Bill's.
Went up to Chris and Hayley's fucking mac and cheese was outstanding. I was like, I'll try it, and then I was like, yeah, more. Hello. So that is, I don't know what it was, proper cheesy, whereas a lot of them aren't.
I can't have. I'm just going to say stop. I can't have cheap macaroni cheese.
Yeah, no, it doesn't. It's got to taste. It's got to taste like cheese. I get it.
It cannot be the cheap shit.
So because I watch a lot of videos, you know, and it's a big thing in America, and they do a lot of mac and cheese. And it looks amazing, and her mac and cheese was You meant to put 4 different cheeses in, didn't you?
Oh, I can't even think what it's called. It's like a Jamaican mac and cheese pie.
Right.
Fucking amazing.
Oh, really?
If you ever go past like a patty shop, a Jamaican, and go in and get the mac cheese.
Oh, we'll do it.
Oh,
we're going to get it.
Oh my god, it's just packed in pasta.
It just sounds amazing. It's the cheese for
It's
me,
gorgeous.
and I don't like overcooked pasta either.
No, it's good. It's really good.
Right, so we need to do a lowdown of the week. You go first. We haven't recorded for 2 weeks, so as most of you know, I do a little shout out. My cookie passed away. Those that don't follow on social media and only listen to the podcast, Cookie passed away last Tuesday. It was 21st, I believe.
Mm-hmm.
So we didn't record that weekend because I had to pop up.
Just to confirm, also Cookie's the dog. So, well, just if they haven't listened,
it's not my stripper name.
No. Rest in peace.
Yeah, so you probably heard her a lot of the podcast, really. That's why I did do a shout on the social media, but yeah, so she passed. So that was kind of that's all I've got really from me.
What have I done? I don't know. My social battery's been really low.
Yeah.
So I've kept myself to myself since New Year's. I have very much been to myself. I've been going to work. And
Emily turned 41.
Oh yeah, we bypassed that.
Yeah. No, I brought it back around on the 19th.
Which was 2 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Which we recorded and we mentioned nothing of it on that recording.
We didn't.
We bypassed it.
Yeah.
Because last year, turned 40, it was a biggie for pretty much every single one of us.
In our group of
we were
7.
so active, we were so social, we had such a brilliant year in all sorts of aspects of our lives. And my boys went away after Christmas with their dad. And at that point, it was a moment for me to have a bit of reflection and just wind it down a bit. And I haven't quite wound it back up yet.
Yeah.
But,
I think that's weather related as well, though. I think a lot of people out there are feeling like it's like, do you know, we've only just left January today. It has been January for about 3 years now.
That's really rude. It's my birthday month.
It's been January for about 3
and
consistent
yet we haven't
years.
Talked about my birthday.
Well, what's left?
Anyway,
what's left to say about your birthday?
Oh, nothing. My point was that I had such a good year that actually hitting 41 wasn't such a big deal.
I know. Jen said, "Am I doing anything?" I said, "Fuck off, babe. I had a 40th. What more do you want from me?"
But not in the sense of, oh my god, I'm turning 41. I don't want to talk about it. I wasn't sad about it. It was just
socially done.
Yeah, let's just carry on. Like, let's not make a deal out about something that
I was the same as you. I felt socially done, and then I got
just
really ill, didn't I? As well, I had that killer flu thing that tried to kill me. It didn't work. Obviously, I'm still here. That was fucking awful. That was, yeah. Peace. But yeah, like you say, like I do think January, because you're so skint by the end of it. It's like something else, and the weather. I hate
it. Has been a
weather.
Rough January though.
Although, now
we've had cyclones and typhoon. No, we haven't had typhoon. I'm being dramatic.
I was like, what's a cyclone?
You know, like.
But yeah, isn't that a tornado? Same
they're
thing.
different actually, but yes, they're the same.
Yeah, so I kept starting the 0 to 5k on and off. I don't like running, but because we're doing this dramatic day,
Did we mention that we're doing Tough Mudder?
Yeah, I need to jog and train and be fit, because when we did it last year, I didn't do very much. I did a bit, but I didn't, same as Ems, we didn't do very much to prepare, did we?
No, but...
Oh, it was fine.
And I think we did fine.
We did fine. We did great. We did great.
The only thing that would have been better is if we had a bigger team.
Yeah, we had a laugh, and that is what it's all about. But because it's such a long day, I just want my body to be able to cope with the consistent moving around for 12 hours. That's it. So anyway, I have now...
consistent, like we're not going to stop for a pee break.
We're stopped for pee and our bars.
And dinner.
Oh, we're going to have to take...
We're going to have to stop and actually have like a watering half hour or something.
So we're taking our I want to say they're like granola bars, aren't they? Like the energy bars that we took for London to Brighton. Is that right? Granola bars?
Yeah, I didn't take granola bars, but yeah.
They were fucking well nice. I got mine with
Energy
chocolate.
things.
Oh, chocolate and peanuts. They were
I had like
immense.
jellies. They were nice.
The jellies were rank. It was like swallowing snot.
No. They were like a jelly
food.
sweet.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah. So when we've done Tough Mudder, we've spoken about it before, but they gave us like these half cubes of a cube, and they were like, "Yeah, carry on." And I'm just like, "Bruv, is that all you can afford?"
They weren't even a cube. They were energy bars that they had cut up.
Yeah.
Which is fine, Tough Mudder. We were okay with it.
Oh, I wasn't. I wanted more.
Hang on.
Sorry.
But they could have just been a little bit bigger.
I think half would have been fine.
Even if they cut into threes, like a third,
That would have been
that
better.
would have been
They were
better.
tiny.
They were just a real small. It didn't quite hit the spot.
It did not hit the spot. So we're taking drinks and food as we go round each time. We stop and have a little.
I'm gonna need a backpack.
Yeah, no, fine.
I was thinking about it last night actually, like the cycling backpack things that we had.
Yeah, I've got that. I tell you what, I did see.
Is it worth taking that? I might actually have a little look up.
As
see
long as
whether
we
they
can crawl,
recommend taking
as
it
long as
through.
we can crawl underneath.
Yeah, you know the little slappy thing.
I might just take it. I don't see why not. If it doesn't work the first, we're only doing the 5 on the first one. We just leave it in thingy bob. I don't see how it won't work. It's the crawling underneath the nets. That's the only thing. You can't wear those buns either.
No, because get
Yeah.
caught up.
I just thought one plait at the back of my head. That's what I
I'm just
thought.
gonna have to plait it back.
But I had another point then as well.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. Yeah, so I did see someone on a video, and it goes around your neck, and it's literally like a shower. It's like a shower curtain that covers you, and you get changed underneath it, and then the pockets go right through, so you can pull up and down your trousers and whatnot.
Like a poncho.
Kind of, but like properly for that. So you tighten it here, and you can fully get undressed underneath.
But isn't that one of those jackets that I really want?
You can't get. I mean, you can get. I really want that as well. I mean, if we want that,
I feel like.
wasn't it like 170?
Yeah.
Yeah, I still can't afford
I
it.
feel like we should do a GoFundMe for it.
Yeah, we want the jacket.
Just for the jacket, that's it.
Yeah,
We're not
yeah.
asking for like.
I mean, they
millions,
are absolute.
just-
I would live in that.
Oh my god.
I would
It'd be
live
my
in that.
favourite thing. It'd be
Yeah.
like my dressing gown
Do a
and
credit
walking the
card.
dog. No.
I would live in it. I would live in it every day I go out. I want the army one though.
Yeah.
Has to be the army. Imagine if they got new colours when we go.
I'd be so excited.
Anyway, so yeah, that is like, yeah, it's just been non-stop. So I did have another thought as well. The one that we've done about the dates, I think needs to be the next podcast out, because this is about dates as well.
Alright.
Because then we've got free break, haven't we?
Got 3 of them, yeah.
Yeah. Before this.
I can't remember what they were now. There was a dating one. What was the other one?
I can't remember. There's 3, isn't there?
There's 2.
There's 2. This is the 3rd. Yeah, I can't remember.
Me neither.
And then we need to
I
do.
just remember being mad on one.
Was that not the date one?
Was it the
It
dating?
was divorce.
Right, the dating.
How
was
funny.
divorce.
We do these things, babe, and then there's nothing. It's like completely leaves me. It does.
What did we do?
What did we do? So and then like I can't remember what you said about Valentine's Day either.
Oh, we literally spoke about this last night.
I
Literally,
know.
not even 12 hours ago. It might have been 12 hours ago. Not 24 hours. What did we do? We
I can't
said
remember. Did
about...
we say romantic? No. Love. I love you.
No, see, I'm not up for the... I mean, it'd be nice to have some happy ever afters, wouldn't it? Like where they actually worked out
I feel like
okay.
it's not our style.
It's not.
It's not. But yeah, no, fine.
But,
Yeah, why not?
you know, like accidental meetings which happened to be a happy ever after. You know, like he ran me over and then we got married.
Yes.
Those sort of things that, you know, he was my gynecologist. I don't know.
Yeah. He liked what he saw.
He liked what he saw.
Yeah.
He knew I was the one.
Yeah.
I don't know. Just,
From my
you know,
flaps.
some great.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Sorry, you saying that. So I watched something. I can't even what it was. I think I saved it actually. I'm going to send it to you. But basically, this woman came on. She started talking about what was it? Was it the vulva? I can't remember. But part of the vagina, I can't remember what part it was. Basically, you're not born with it, and it grows.
I was just going to say, it's going to shrink.
It grows from, because you don't have it as a child, like a baby. You don't have it as a child. It grows, and then when you hit menopause, it shrinks and disappears. So at some point, I'm going to lose part of my vagina.
I was all like
And I was
really
like-
confused because I don't ever remember my vagina not looking like my vagina. Not that I'm constantly looking at my vagina, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Unless, as pre-pubescent children, we didn't look at our vagina, and the only reason, obviously, we do is to make sure we're clean, and obviously when we're using sanitary products. Hence, when we notice that
I'm
it's
going
there.
to send you what this woman was saying.
I know
'cause
what
I
you're
was
talking
just like,
about. Because I saw someone being like, your vagina's going to shrink when you go through the menopause.
I'm like, oh, in what way? What sense of
I
the
tell
saying
Paul, he'd be
shrink?
like,
Because-
finally. No.
Because I'm like, I'm not exactly.
Yeah, but it's the bit at the top, isn't it? I think. It's the bit at the top near the clit. That section there is going to shrink.
I'm going to send it to you because
But
she was
I
just.
don't
she
remember
confused-
mine
then I couldn't
growing.
watch it because I was like, anyone's talking about menopause at the moment. I'm just like, I feel like it's just everywhere. Even work sent out a message of we're doing a talk. They've got about premenopause. And do you know? Like,
I don't really
everybody
understand this
around
pre-menopause.
me is talking
because
about menopause.
people are like, as soon as you hit 40...
And don't get me wrong, it's good to talk about it.
Yeah.
I just feel like it's everywhere at the moment.
But my point is, like, everyone's like, when you hit 40, you hit pre-menopause. Well, I've had bloods, so that ain't true,
that ain't true.
right? And I don't believe that.
It's not you hit it, it's you now become susceptible to going into this
Menopause.
premenopausal state.
And what is pre-menopause? You're on your
I
last
feel
four
like-
eggs.
Yeah, you're on your last life, innit?
Which doesn't make you pre-menopause because you're still having your periods regularly.
There is some it's just some sort of build up to
Oh, it's just something
go
else they like to say to us to make sure that we're completely
the only
depressed.
good thing about the whole menopausal thing is that it is actually a diagnosable thing, and it is a disability. Like, you're all right because you're premenopausal and
Will
you
go
are
on HRT?
disabled.
I am disabled. This is a true
It's
story.
a disability.
Will you go on HRT?
What? What is HRT?
So HRT.
I am literally avoiding anything to do with.
Okay, well, I'm going
menopause
to
at
tell
the
you
moment
because you
because it
just
is
talked to me
winding
about
up.
your lips.
Not mine.
Well,
Ours.
You know.
We're all female here.
Yeah. When what was I just saying? Yeah, so HRT is a supplement to replace what you lose when you start going through the menopause, when you actually hit the menopause.
What
So
do
it
you mean?
replaces your estrogen, progesterone.
Do I want that? Do I need it?
Well, my mum didn't.
How much am I going to change dramatically? Because
You don't know. You actually
personally-
don't know. Like you just said, it's a disability. You have no idea what's going to happen.
I personally, through pregnancy, don't think I went crazy. I was quite emotional with my second one. Like, I did cry quite a lot. But I wasn't.
That to do with the marriage though.
There was a lot more going on.
Yeah.
But through my first pregnancy, I don't feel like I was angry or hormonal in the sense that I was crying loads.
Yeah, but that's a
I mean,
completely...
I did cry out of jacket potato how delicious it was.
That is completely different from losing
But
hormones.
this is what I'm saying. What am I looking at? I think it's actually interesting that through pregnancy,
Maybe we should do a full episode about it.
could that indicate how hormonally crazy you will go through?
It's something that
your
it's something
change?
that we should
Or
look into.
could it be like, if you were crazy then, you're not going to be so crazy through your menopause, but if you weren't so crazy through that, you're going to lose your shit
When
in
I
your
was
menopause.
when I was pregnant, I was lovely, which is not me.
That's not
I
you.
was nicer. I was more sympathetic. So if that's the case, you're all in for a lovely soft
feel
ride.
like that could be something that, if you know this, if you're a medical person
Why don't we
who
look into
deals
it?
within this.
You mean a gynecologist?
No, not even gynecologist. Like, it's someone that deals within hormonal changes within pregnancy
Yeah.
and within the menopause.
The only thing I'm
Is
looking
there
forward
connections
to
here?
is my friend said to me that before her menopause, she had like the migraines like I get, because mine are hormone
Which is
based.
scary, because I only started getting migraines February last year.
My migraine started when
I
my
hit 40 and
first
got
my first ever migraine was when I was pregnant with Alfie,
Hattie.
and that was the only one. It was really fucking bad. I thought I was going to die. And then I had about 4 with Harry, and then nothing for years. And I think it's hormone and stress related, because obviously it was after Paul's stroke and Mum died, that is when that all really kicked up. But it's definitely in my cycle. It's all when I'm due on, when I'm having my period, and then when I ovulate. So it's all to do with that. So actually, when I do hit menopause, the relief of not having a migraine will be like
It's either that or you will be a full whole migraine going on. What are you looking for, babe?
my phone. Oh, it's there. My phone. Yeah, so that is definitely something to look forward
Sit
to.
down.
Not sure how to feel about the vagina. Might take some photos as memorabilia.
Yeah, one of those casting things.
Yeah, and then
Put
you
it on the
know
wall.
when you're old and you're showing the grandkids, this is what I used to look like.
Oh, we could do the casting like, here, here's something for you to paint.
Yeah. What is it? It's not like that anymore. It's all shriveled. Right.
Plaster of Paris ones, aren't they? That's what it is. That's what
Yeah,
it is.
it's just bizarre. But then
Very.
I think as well, like, I think if we get in the best shape of our life, right, this year, when I say shape, I'm not talking about being skinny, although I'd love to be skinny again. I'm talking about nice and toned. I think we should have a proper photo shoot.
That would be nice.
Because we are getting to the point, babe, where it's going to be not the same.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that would be nice. I think that would be nice.
I think it would be lovely to feel glamorous, to
It'd
like...
be nice if all the other girls got involved in that too.
that would be amazing.
That'd be good.
Do you know what I was thinking as well? When do I start eliminating some of the stuff I wear from my wardrobe?
Never.
Oh, okay, sweet. So I
No,
just
never.
dress like a 12-year-old
Forever.
forever.
All the time you're comfortable in those clothes. Who gives a shit? It's nobody's
Okay, cool.
business what you're wearing.
I just don't want people to be like, that's inappropriate. You're clearly 80 years old. And I'll be like, I'm not. Look at my vagina.
And
I've still got lips.
Amongst that response, you also say, it's none of your business.
How am I hurting
It's
you?
not my problem that you dress like a granny and I dress how I'm comfortable.
Yeah, don't hate me because you ain't me. One of those.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It really is about embracing, I feel like I've said this before, but embracing who you are and who you're comfortable in being.
I don't
And if
like...
you're comfortable in your skin, who gives a fucking shit?
Like for me, I do definitely feel like I've had
Nobody's
another shift
business.
mentally with these 5 consistent days, babe, and I definitely will go today. Like I just feel like I'm like, no, come on, do it for you, do it for you.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm gonna have to take a picture of my vagina to make sure they're included.
Them?
Well, yeah, there's
They,
one
them?
either side. No, her.
He, she.
Her. I'm certain.
Sorry.
I'm certain. I'm definite.
Not sorry.
Yeah, sorry, not sorry. Right.
Right, so, anyway.
Are we done with the vagina talk?
I mean, you keep talking about it now.
I know, because I'm like visualising.
It's
Right.
interesting, isn't it? Because I was just like, whoa.
We were coming up with
That's a
ideas
lot of
for
information.
TikToks earlier, and she just says yes to anything. So do I, to be fair. And then I went, but you have to get your nipple out. She went, whatever one, because the other one looks odd. So then I was like visualising her nipples because I've seen them. I went, No, they don't.
I was like, I was joking, but
Yeah,
okay.
glad that you pictured them.
Thank you. I
Yeah.
appreciate that
I was
you.
like, your nipples are fine.
They're both good.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, and
Oh.
before you ask, no, we're not lesbians. We've just seen each other's boobies.
I mean, that's what friends do.
Yeah, especially girls.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, let's get on
Right on.
today. Hello, everyone. And you're like, what are you laughing at?
Like,
The vag.
let's
the
just get on with it.
fucking-
Hello, everybody.
Yeah. Anyway, I feel like this has become the norm. And I feel like if people don't like the chit chat, just skip the whole, 40-minute chat.
Because I thought maybe I should do like a whole, just the podcast part, and then create a separate bullshit chat moment one.
No,
But I feel like
no. Because that is
This
why
is-
I put the
this has
times on.
been like a continuous.
Yeah, we just
thing.
chit chat. But it's funny because I listen to Ghost Huns. And then, I forget her name. But yeah, she always goes, tough, because obviously people write in and she's like, tough if you don't like the chit chat, skip it. And I'm like, just skip. If you don't like the chit chat, I put the times on. So just skip.
Just skip.
You can see when we're reading because I'm this.
And I'm like this.
Exactly. And that's the only time I'm quiet. True story. Right, ready?
If you speed it up, you see us proper mouth
Yeah.
moving.
Oh, the hand action. I give a good hand action. That's the Italian in me. Don't be jealous. She always gets jealous. Right. Yeah.
She's jealous.
Are we ready? I can't wait to get to these stories, but I'm not reading them till last.
Am I going first?
You're going
Anyway,
first.
okay, I better pick one.
Yeah.
Right, go on.
Right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to Middle Aged Opinion. I'm your host, Ellie.
And I'm your host, Emily, and today we are looking at Tinder dates. Good ones and bad ones, I think.
I've tried to go for as bad as I can get, but I do have a funny one that made me chuckle, so I thought I'm gonna put that in there.
I'm going to use the word good ones loosely then, like, because
Yeah.
they're going to be like good stories.
If you found good stories in the sense of good, like, outcome,
No, I haven't.
Oh, right. Well, yeah,
I mean,
no.
good stories.
Yeah.
Not good stories.
yeah, I've not found. In fact, I didn't
I
read
did.
one.
No,
Oh,
I
did
found
you?
a couple. I've skipped them.
Oh yeah, you're like, no one
Yeah.
cares about your love.
That sounds like Valentine's.
Yeah,
to me.
it's not Valentine's Day.
That's
Get
not what
over
I'm here
yourself.
for.
Yeah, exactly.
Not what I'm here for.
So yeah, you start, my darling.
So I'm going to start with this one because I'm old now.
I'm old now.
Now that I'm 41, I need to zoom right in.
What, even more than last week?
More than. It's got worse.
It's got worse over the weekend.
So, my husband's Tinder date contacted me, and now I know why he has stopped going down on me.
Shut the fuck up. I love it.
Like, let's start there.
I'm so happy.
Let's start there. This has come from True Off My Chest on Reddit. We had 3 small children together, and he stopped eating me out after I gave birth. I missed it, but he did me off other ways, so I wasn't really bothered and didn't make a connection. 2 weeks ago, a woman contacted me on Facebook.
Facebook.
Good old Facebook. She said that the suspect. Oh my god.
Yeah.
Suspected that my husband is the one she's going out with, and she showed me his profile picture. How stupid are men nowadays, or at least men in my country, when you can easily find out their marital status, the address, and who lives at their address with one Google. Anyway, in his profile, it was very important for him that women he looked for are child-free.
Okay.
I made a fake profile and started swiping men my husband's age until I found him. We started talking and he was not the same man I married. I mean, I know it's him, but he was cold, rude, horny and calculated. Only talked about sex. Not the warm man that came home to us every evening to help me with the children, tuck them, read them stories and then spend the rest of the evening cozying me up on the sofa. When I asked him why he only wanted child-free, child-free, he said, I can't stand the look of downstairs on mothers. I have been living in a haze. I'm a sham. I can't live with him. I can't leave him. The woman who contacted me stayed in touch. She said she could help me find a job and she owns a few apartment buildings and is willing to give me one until I can start paying rent. How can life change so dramatically in just 2 weeks? So I can't stand the look of downstairs on mothers.
He is an absolute piece of shit. I'm assuming she's torn or something.
What a pig.
I don't think that a vagina after birth is any different from a vagina before birth in appearance, because each vagina looks different anyway, right? I don't understand why she can't leave. I'm assuming she's got nowhere to go, but then make him leave.
3 young children is really the only thing for me that could potentially be holding her back, because
for me,
and not working.
I'm also wondering if they're in a male-dominated country.
Yeah, she didn't specify her country.
She didn't, but she's like, in my country, and I'm just like, is there a... Because when she said, I can't leave, she didn't specifically say why. So if you're here in the UK, generally you'd make him leave. So I'm like, there's more going on here.
It just depends on that man as well.
He's a piece of shit. He's a piece of shit. He could have just not gone down on her, but it doesn't sound like their sex life was depleted. So he's nothing more than a piece of shit. Like, there's no need to cheat. What, just so you can eat someone else?
I think she just seems really calm about it, to be honest.
So
she's had some woman contact her to say, someone I've been seeing on Tinder
looks
is
like
your husband.
I would just kick him out.
And
that would be me.
she's just like, oh, I know, I'll make a profile and check with him on there.
I
think she had a plan. I think there was a plan there.
I would be like, get out and
Catch
go and
him out
eat. Get the fuck out, and now you can eat as much pussy as you want, you piece of shit. All of that because he can't eat his wife's pussy. That's what it feels like to me. Like he's cheating because he wants to eat pussy, but he won't eat hers because she's had 3 children. She doesn't say that their sex life is depleted, babe.
No.
He specifically just won't have dinner anymore. You know what I mean? It's just like...
I don't even know.
Or...
There's not enough information, is there now?
Or he's always been sex crazed.
So...
Yes.
So top comment, yeah. Please, please, please get an STD test. I'm so sorry you have to deal with this. And then someone else then goes into not only get a panel now, but get tested in about 6 months. Just to make sure, I went to my doctor and just told them I needed STD testing. I included that I found out my partner was not monogamous.
Yeah. Monogamous.
The
Weird
office
word.
Was very sensitive and kind. Each step of this sucks. It's not something you did OP. There are often support groups in person and online for those who have been betrayed. I highly recommend finding one. I feel less lonely to have people who get it. Please note, you have to ask for HSV specifically. It's often not included in a standard STI panel. Source, I work in a doctor's office. The OP got deleted, but it says, good point, didn't think of this, thanks. Again, something else got deleted.
They're very calm.
That's what I just said. Like, she seems so calm. But
I think you are calm in situations like this. You are very calm.
Yeah, but this for me, it feels like she had some sort of plan, because she's gone onto this page, made an account, and started talking to him through this account. She's talking to her husband as a fake profile. So I'm more intrigued of, what was your plan for that? What did you want to find out? What did you want from that?
This woman said this. She didn't buy it until she had it for herself, to see it for herself. And then she wanted to know what kind of man, aka the man she married, had 3 children with, would go out and cheat on her. Then, you go through the thing, innit, of when did this happen? How did this happen? You've been there. You understand. But I think she needed it to be real. And it wasn't real until it was real. Do you know what I mean? But he's a piece of shit. Is there a follow-up on her account at all?
No, it was deleted. Her account was deleted.
But wait, you go down to OP, or her full account has been deleted?
Everything OP is deleted.
Oh, okay, yeah, she's got rid of her account. So we'll never know.
We will never
Which is upsetting.
But
no, I wish her all the luck in the world. I hope they are divorced now, because he's probably, if they are together, it's because he said he's going to change.
Yeah.
And he won't.
Someone else said, shout out to the Tinder date. A blessing in disguise, they call it. OP should really take that offer and some tests.
She should have taken. I would have taken that offer straight away.
Been doing the nasty with multiple people. He seems active on the app. OP deleted. She was abusive. She was in an abusive relationship with a husband who cheated on her and was violent towards her. She wanted to give me a safe space, I guess, in case I wanted to leave my husband. I mean, that's fucking great. She said she always wanted to be.
That is why she Googled him. That is why she researched him.
Yeah, here. She said he always wanted to be at her place the day he told me he was out of town, so she got suspicious.
That woman did a reverse Google search because of what she's been through.
Yeah.
She wanted to know who she was letting into her home. Turned out it was a piece of shit.
Somebody else's husband.
It can't be the UK, because you can't go on the internet and just search somebody, who they are, where they live, blah, blah, blah. You can't. Unless the information is there for people to see, babe, you actually can't. So I can't go on the electoral roll and see where you live. I can't do that. Do you know what I mean? Even if I've got all your details, you just can't. I've done it. I've done a few detective things myself in the past for you. Do you know what I mean? So here it's more they set up other profiles, isn't it? And block you from them so you don't realise. Anyway, are you ready to move on?
Yeah.
Okay. So I'm going to start with this one. Like I say. Right. This is from Tinder Date Stories. I really messed up. So I was on a work trip. We were filming a TV show. I decided to get on Tinder. Meet this chick. We met at my place. We smoked, and then one thing led to another, and we had sex. It was unprotected. Stupid, I know. Please, all of you out there, never do this. I'm telling you, it's just not worth it. Now, this is where things get weird. This was in August the 18th. We were making out before we had sex. She had giant breasts. She said, "You want my milk, don't you?" I thought she was joking. Anyway, she might have already been pregnant. I'm hoping anyway. We talked after we had had sex. I say, I think you need to get a plan B. She said that she would on her way home. We text through the day. She says that she is taking it. I say, awesome, and don't worry. Then on August the 25th, she said that the plan B didn't work and she's preggo. She says, I know I did that as well. I was trying to date it.
Okay.
She says that she's preggo. Hold on. She says that it didn't work and that I need to send her money to abort ASAP and text me all the information for the clinic, the phone numbers and everything. I say, okay, as I don't want this either, as we both can't afford a child and she already has one. She texts me the next day and says it's fine, she got it, and she saw and just wants to get food and cuddles. And if I could help her get things, I had to work and I said, I'm sorry, I can't, and I don't get paid for a while. So I just chop it up to a bullet dodged and don't worry. Go on with my life as it was. Fast forward to Christmas Eve, I get a text, how are you? I say, I'm good. She basically said that she has no one to ask but needs help. She asked me for money. I tell her I'm sorry, I'm not working right now. She then sends me a picture of her holding an ultrasound and it's my kid. And I'm going to have to pay for it if I don't want to lose my license and go to jail. I'm hoping she was already pregnant because I feel like the 18th to the 25th would be too soon for it to be my baby, but I might be stuck. Anyway, hoping she's not preggo and just looking for money, I told her I'm not sending her anything till a DNA test proves that it's mine. She says we agree that she wants £100 a week. I told you that I'm not sending you anything until I know the kid is mine, because I don't know if it is. It's possible that you told me. How is this possible? You told me that you got an abortion and lied, so you could be lying. Don't hear from her for a while. And I say, well, we have other options. There's already an abortion and other things. She says, don't talk to me. I say, okay, I block her. I did it, but I'm a nervous wreck. The stress is just getting to me. This wasn't worth it. Don't do this. Anyway, if it's mine, I'm going to have to grow up really fast and learn how to be a good dad like mine was to me. I can't imagine having a kid not being able to see it grow up. I want to be a great dad. This isn't how I saw it happening, but shit happens. Praying for the best, however it turns out, and just going to stop worrying about it, what ifs, and so on. Any advice would be great. I know that I fucked up, so don't come at me. What's your advice? You go.
Wow, she's not a good egg.
No.
Oh my gosh, what a mess.
So I want to say it couldn't be his, but it can be his. Of course it can. It can.
It could be his.
Yeah. Slim chance.
I would say.
Especially to find out so quickly.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I mean, there is a possibility.
Wow. Fucking hell. Like. She sounds awful.
I don't think. I mean, the fact that she's like, you want my milk, don't you? Makes me think she was lactating.
That was weird. That's a weird thing to say to
it
anybody.
Actually makes me feel physically sick. I mean, I breastfed, but it made me
pop my coffee down.
Feel fucking sick.
So basically, I feel this girl is just going around trapping men in such a disgusting way.
I don't think she is. I think she's scamming.
That don't sound...
She's scamming.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm not... There's an easier way to scam people than
there
get
is,
pregnant.
But how much is an abortion? Not in this country.
Not in this country.
So you're looking at...
Yeah, but you still got to have the abortion.
You do, but if you say to someone...
It's illegal in America now.
The only way to solve this is you've got to send me 500 quid because I've got to have this abortion.
Which is probably
men are going to fucking send it.
Which is probably how much it is in America.
Right.
It's not,
and men are going to send that,
cheap.
aren't they? So And literally, a lot
But
of...
you've got to have the abortion because actually you're pregnant.
I don't think she was pregnant. I think she was breastfeeding her child at home, and I think it was a scam. But so do a lot. I didn't straight away. I didn't go there, but it wasn't until
But
I read
she
the
is now
comments.
pregnant.
There's no proof that she's pregnant.
Oh my god.
So basically, a lot of people in the comment, a lot were deleted, so they must have been derogatory.
yeah.
But a lot of people have said this. So OP replied to whatever comment it was, I can't see. It says, I've never heard of this, so I'm going with it, and it was a scam. I'm hoping anyway. I haven't tried to contact her. She hasn't tried to contact me. So I think it was all a scam. Plus the fact that she said that she was pregnant 6 days after. I mean, I just can't buy that.
It's really quick.
It would be very... So 5 days is when a blastocyst... the process of becoming pregnant. So you've got day 1 where the sperm enters the egg, and then it goes through different stages. And day 5 is a blastocyst. And a blastocyst is basically where the inside of the egg starts to come out of the egg itself.
When it's splitting.
No.
How's the split?
No. So the splitting happens before. So day 1, day 2, day 3, day 4, you're going through all the splitting process. Then on day 5, the egg opens here, and the inside, the cells come out to then attach. Yeah, and become the placenta. So that hormone is only just attaching. Hence, I don't even know what the HGC in her body would be for there to be a positive pregnancy test. It's so weird that I know all this shit, but I know it.
I don't, yeah.
So, it's giving me, yes. That's so weird. Where the fuck is all the comments just... Hold on, let me go back on that. Yeah, so it's giving me that she... I don't think she was... I think a scam. So anyway, there's no way she could have known that fast. Now, I'm not saying she couldn't have been pregnant with his baby, but it's the knowing. No. From what all of my friends have said that have children before. So, I think it was a scam, and I think he knows he fucked up. Would you ever go on a date and not use a condom?
No.
You know,
No.
this is literally before Alfie went to uni. I'm like, the least of your problems is a girl getting pregnant. That is the least of your fucking problems. You're talking HIV, gonorrhea, fucking... What's the one that sends you crazy if you don't get it treated?
The chlamydia?
No.
No.
Begins with S.
Oh, chlamydia can make you...
Infertile.
Yeah,
it's more...
You can lay dormant.
That's the women more over men. But I'm just like, mate... that's a lesson learned. He will find out... When was this? Let me just... It was 2 years ago. So let me just see if there is anything on his profile. Because he'd know... No. Oh, at this point... No. So he would have said, I reckon he would have said, I'm a dad.
I mean, surely, hopefully, he could have gone onto that Tinder and been like, reported this woman.
I hope so. I don't know. I've never used... Did you use Tinder?
Used Tinder.
You didn't?
No.
Isn't Tinder just the fuck?
I thought it was a hookup one. Fucking hell. Okay, so... today I fucked up is where this one comes from.
Okay.
So today I fucked up by showing my Tinder date's mum my bare ass.
Okay. I'm like, it's not that bad. It's just your bum.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah, we'll find out in a minute.
I started hooking up with this guy from Tinder.
Called Jonathan.
He lived with his brother in an apartment, and his mother comes occasionally to spend time with them. We decided to indulge in a little herb smoking one Saturday night. The munchies kicked in around 2 a.m, so we made some potato wedges in the air fryer.
Nice.
Come back and spooned to sleep. I wake up the next morning with his morning wood pressed to my butt. This, for some reason, turned me on, and we proceeded to have lazy spooning sex at 6:30 a.m.
bit early, but
I mean, I like that she's putting actual time
yeah.
specifics in
Yeah,
here.
she checked. Bear with.
Hang on.
Got to
what's the
set my
time?
Fitbit. That'd be me. If I carry on the way I'm going, one minute.
Hang
yeah.
on. Yes, I made my goal.
Yeah. 4
Midway,
calories.
midway through it, we heard his apartment's main door open. Tinder dude stopped and got up, confused. I was still lying on the bed, wearing his t-shirt and boxers, which were pulled down to my knees, arse visible in all its glory. Now I was still under the impression that his room's door was locked. I was wrong. His mother opened the door, and I swear she had the same expression as the shocked Pikachu meme.
Yeah. Yeah.
She immediately closed the door. I ran to the washroom and got dressed and hid inside for a good 20 minutes trying to figure out if jumping from the washroom window would be a good escape plan or not. Turns out she came early to take the dog, who was in the same room as us the entire time, for her vet appointment. I left as soon as she left. She later had a conversation with her 22-year-old son about consent and respecting women. She asked him if I was his girlfriend, to which he had to explain his very Catholic mother that we're just two friends trying to figure things out. Spoiler, we ended up dating.
Oh.
Thankfully, his mother joked it off the next time we met, saying, "Hi, I'm Tinder guy's mum."
Nice arse.
I didn't get a chance to introduce myself the last time we met, and chuckles. Yeah, so there's a PS. We never ate the wedges, and he found them lying in the air fryer a week later.
Standard. Did we eat them? Yeah.
And there was 2 edits, which was thanks for the gold, kind stranger. So someone's already put something. And edit 2, holy shit, I can't believe this blew up. My account is just 4 days old. Man, I love Reddit. And there's an edit 3. This one's more like a clarification. I live in a non-first world country where it's fairly common for people to live with their parents, for parents to come over. His mum was supposed to pick the dog up to take her to the vet and was being nice by not wanting to wake her son up. She had the house keys, which is again fairly normal here. We were dumbasses.
Oh, I think it's quite cute. I like that they dated as well.
Yeah.
I think obviously because of the country, he feels like it's a worse story than it is. It's more embarrassing for her, but I'm sure she's got a lovely arse.
Well, if he's only 22, I imagine she's around the same. And I think at that age, generally your butt is pretty good.
Yeah. I think it's a really cute story. I do. I think it's cute. I think it's funny. How would you react?
Probably the same. I think I would contemplate jumping out of a window.
No, not if it happened to you, if one of the boys.
Oh, I think I would have been the same as the mum.
Yeah, I would have found it all quite funny.
I would have left. No, I wouldn't have had a go.
I would have left. I would have been like, I'm so sorry.
And just carry on.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Is that
dating
your
her
friend?
or yeah?
Do we need to have a chat?
Yeah.
The top comment was, "And that's how I met your mother."
Yeah. Have you ever watched that?
No, I haven't.
It's quite shit.
I'm not.
Yeah. I mean, I get the reference, but I'm just like, oh, I couldn't get into it.
Oh, someone said, I was hoping the wedges would come back into the story sooner.
Yeah, I know. That's amazing.
Like that, whatever.
Right, are you ready?
Yeah.
My Tinder date story. I was on Tinder and I matched with a girl. We hit it off half decent and it was around 9:30 p.m. Half an hour later, she says that she wants to get a bubble tea. So I suggest, I've just remembered the end. So I suggest that I pick her up and take her to get some. And we can get to know each other and talk on the way there. So she sends me her address and I arrive. She took 15 minutes to come out. She finally comes out and I pull up beside her. My car makes a sound. I let off the gas and press on the clutch. My car has a blow of off valve, so it sounds like air releasing super loud. Like I can hear that in my head.
So it's a dump valve, isn't it?
Yes, that's what I'm assuming he means. I don't know exactly what it is, but I know the sound, so that makes sense. As soon as I do that, she says, "Can you not do that?" and I couldn't believe the audacity of this girl. So I said, "Whatever." I tried it out. I'll try it out and see if things get better. So we go to drive and I'm asking her some things about herself and she's giving me one word answers. She then tells me she doesn't like small talk. So I start to speed a little bit.
Sounds like a fun day.
Exactly. Like 20 kilometres over the limit, and she started freaking out that I was going too fast, and then says that she doesn't like...
Chuck her out the window.
She doesn't like my music, so she changes it and puts on a Russian music. The girl was Canadian. And I was thinking there is something seriously wrong with this girl.
Something seriously wrong with this girl.
Right, get ready.
Oh no.
So we get to the bubble tea place and she orders her bubble tea and she becomes a bit more talkative. She said that she wanted to go to the park, so we went there and walked for a bit. She said that she was on Tinder to give people hugs and she asked me for one. So I gave her one, and then she told me to rub her stomach. So I took her hand and she moved it on her stomach and it felt like she was pregnant.
Fuck off.
Just in the starting stages, and I was like, okay, this is really weird now. She kept telling me how she loves shrooms and acid. Now that I think about it, she did seem a little high. So I decided enough is enough. So I took her back to her place and she got out and I made sure she was looking at me. I flooded it out of the parking lot and drifted onto the street with my middle finger out the window. As soon as I got home, I blocked her. Can you imagine? Just a drive-by. A fucking drive-by. I liked it. It made me giggle at the end. I was like, that's hilarious. I mean, the girl was fucking batshit crazy. I'm on Tinder for hugs. You're on Tinder for dick bait. You're on the wrong app.
Hugs.
Go on the hug app.
She's on there for hugs.
It made me giggle.
And she had the audacity to touch his radio.
Fill my stomach.
That's weird. That's weird. I mean, I'm sorry, I don't like people touching my radio in my car. You don't get to turn over the channels.
In fact, you don't really... I
You
mean, we
don't touch
talk.
people's stuff.
No, I play my music. Harry changes my music. And then every time has a go at me that I have Spotify and YouTube music and tells me that I need to get rid of YouTube music and only have Spotify. And I'm like, they don't have all the songs. Yes, they do. I said, no, they don't.
No, they don't.
YouTube have all the remixes and everything. Spotify does not. And then he's like, oh my God. And then I'm like, how many times do we have to have this conversation like you're paying for it? Fuck off. So I let him choose the music, but I'm like, do shut up.
I mean, I have to admit, when I was younger, and I used to go out with like a bunch of not go out, they weren't my boyfriends, they were my friends, but we'd go out in the cars and they'd all have like body kits on their cars and someone would have dump valves and it was all like cool because we were like 18 years old. I went on a date with a guy who obviously was a lot older now, and he was still very much into cars and he had a body kit and a dump valve and his car was bright orange, and when he pulled up to pick me up I was so fucking embarrassed.
Oh, because of the colour?
That car was bright orange.
I quite like the colour of that.
No, it was outrageous.
Yeah, I would have loved it.
And like body kitted and was like, psh. Now I used to love the dump valve, don't get me wrong, because you're like, do it again, but I was horrified.
Didn't
And
work out then.
I got in his car and I slumped right down. He's like, "What are you doing?" I said, "I'm embarrassed."
Oh.
And he's like, "What?" I said, "I'm really sorry. I'm embarrassed."
Yeah, you're out
Okay.
of order.
Yeah, I was an arsehole. I didn't see him again.
You didn't deserve him and
I
his
didn't.
dump
I
valve.
didn't deserve him and his dump valve.
I
If
get
I
it,
was
though.
18, I would have probably creamed all over
Would
his seat. But
Would-
I was
I'm sorry, you're talking about when you were old. I thought you
Yes.
were talking about when you were young.
No, I would have been all over it when we were kids. But when you're
Oh.
like late 30s and you're like, sorry, how old are you?
Yeah, no, yeah. Okay, he was probably
And I'm like,
26. Yeah, I get it now. Sorry, I thought you were talking about when you were
No.
younger. I was like, oh, you're out of order.
no.
Although, I mean, I don't know, shit like that don't impress me. But I would have been like, you'd been like, do you like my car? I'd be like, it's alright, I like
It's
the
a
colour.
car.
Yeah,
It's
you
a
know
car.
me.
I mean, I'm more for bikes than I am for cars anyway. So
No,
if you
yeah,
pulled
yeah.
up on a bike, I'd be like,
The bright orange one, you'd be like, yes.
let's
And it
go.
shh.
Stop that
Yeah.
bike. Woohoo!
Yeah.
But no, I was so embarrassed.
Yeah, I get that now. I was thinking you were 18. I was like, oh, well, that's harsh.
And I was
But,
proper
yeah.
sunk down in his bucket seats.
So
Like,
you never saw him again? Did he want to see you again?
he messaged me. We had
Yeah.
fun, and I'm like, yeah.
Yeah, cool. Your car's a no for me. It's
fun.
not you, it's your car.
No, it's your mentality. I felt like I was just
The car would always be
past
priority.
that. Yeah.
No, it would.
past
It would.
that.
It beats pride and joy.
Oh yeah, and it was, and that's
it
fine.
would be annoying.
That's fine. I can deal with that. It was. I felt
I actually think that's annoying. It's a fucking
Too
car. Like, relax.
old to be in that situation.
Yeah, you were.
I just felt too old. I remember going to like these rallies where where they'd go up and do donuts and shit, and like really enjoying it as a 17, 18
Oh yeah.
year
See, I
old.
don't like any of that shit. It's boring as fuck.
Only because I was in the car, you know.
Do you ever?
But-
Have you ever liked Grand Prix?
No, I'm never into cars.
Don't
I
get
just
it.
enjoy.
Do you know Paul watches that? And they just
The
go
drift,
round
I-
in a fucking circle.
Sitting watching it, it is boring as fuck. But when I was
Being
in
there,
the car
yeah. Oh no.
and we're going shh,
I wouldn't
and
like
doing
that
the donuts.
either.
No, I hated it, but
Yeah.
I also like the thrill.
Yeah. Of might die. I get it.
I used to be a bit of a thrill seeker, believe
Yeah.
it or not.
Yeah, not. I don't know. I feel like we are. I said to you the other week, let's jump out for playing young, okay,
Yeah, I'll
like.
do that again.
Yeah.
Done that. Do that
Right.
again.
There's yours, and then I'm gonna finish with my two.
Right, yeah,
Are you excited?
this one's short. I've decided to go with the short one.
Are you excited
It's
about
short.
mine?
I'm very
I'm
intrigued.
very excited to read it to you.
So this is short, so let's crack on and get on with it. So, this came on off my chest. My Tinder date gave me a wedgie.
Okay.
It's short, okay. I'm not going to tell any of my friends this horrible story, so I'm telling you guys. I went on a Tinder first date yesterday with a guy I had been talking to for a few weeks. Everything seemed okay, I guess. We were attracted to each other, had similar interests, etc., etc. Well, there was this moment when he was stood behind me and decided to take a pull, my jeans, and take a pull of my jeans
Yeah.
and look at my underwear for some
Hold them back. Yeah.
unbeknownst reason.
To look at your underwear.
I didn't think much of it as long as he didn't grope me or something. I hate how people write. He didn't grope me. He instead decided to give me a massive wedgie. If not for that, I might have seen him again, but I just can't get the fact that he gave me a wedgie out of my head, and I would rather not see him again ever in my life. For your information, we're not teenagers. I'm 28 and he was 27. I'm still perplexed.
I'm perplexed as well. Unless, right, so I've got two theories. Her underwear was rank, so he pulled it up. Would you? Or she had nice sexy underwear and he pulled it up because it turned him on. They're my two theories. They're my two theories.
I think it's weird that he pulled her trousers back to see her underwear anyway on the first date.
But this is what I'm saying. Like, I still feel like
It's
Tinder
like- it's
is
just
a
like-
fuck app.
It's weird. Like a. I'd
That's-
be like,
I-
what are you doing?
I'd
If
be
someone
like,
pulled
what
at
are
my
you
trousers,
doing?
I'd be like, what are you doing?
But I don't know why. Like, in my head, Tinder is like you meet up for a quick fuck. In fact, let's
So,
have a Google.
The top comment was, he panicked, 2 laughing crying faces. He got caught looking and went
Maybe.
into his inner 12-year-old self. And then someone said, who told you? Intrusive thoughts when sometimes you know. Man, I stay losing. My intrusive thoughts are overly intrusive. They set up camp until their demons are met. There's a lot of weirdos out there.
Like me. I've got two theories. Right, so while Tinder may not be labelled itself as a hookup app, it is built for a quick, like, for being one. It's got a reputation for being one. So that's what I'm saying. Like, when you say they're on Tinder and he's looked at her underwear, that's why I'm not, like, mortified by the fact that he has pulled back and looked at her knickers. Do you see what I'm saying?
Just seems fucking weird.
I think it's weird, but I've not dated in this generation, babe.
Listen,
It's hard for me to...
First off, if someone pulled out my trousers to look at my underwear, I'll be slapping their hand away. Like,
I can imagine.
take your hand
Yeah,
off
yeah,
me.
yeah.
Second of all, if his next instinct was to give me a wedgie,
I'd be like, he's a
I mean,
keeper.
I'd be laughing,
But-
but it would be like a, I need to leave now.
Yeah, yeah.
Like this.
Well, you wouldn't see them
is
again,
no-
sort of thing. It is a weird thing, but you know, that person said it quite well. He did it. He probably looked and thought, "What the fuck am I doing?" and then tried to get out of it by giving the wedgie. Do you see what I mean?
Meanwhile, this dude is probably like, dude, I gave her a wedgie as a
Oh.
vibe check and she gave me one back. I think she might be the one. I mean, did she give him one back?
I don't know.
Someone else says, we're dumb men. Source, myself, a male on earth. I can't
That's
believe...
what I'm saying. It ain't that deep, babe.
No, it isn't. But I feel like I would be...
That was weird.
What the fuck?
But I feel like the fact
feel
that
like
she...
It would still come under my weird date moments, like right up there with the butt plug situation. Like, it's just a weird thing to
But
do.
the thing is, you would have confronted and said something about the situation in real time.
OP said he just laughed. To be fair, I did give him a wedgie back, but
Oh.
I didn't know what else to do.
Oh.
I wouldn't give him a wedgie back.
I wouldn't have given a wedgie. I don't know. I can't. It's hard for me to answer that, babe. But all I know is it ain't that big a deal. There's no reason she can't tell her friends.
It's just a weird fucking
It is
story.
weird, and I don't know if not. I don't know.
Someone said, the fact that you gave him one back is hilarious. What the fuck is that story?
That's what I'm saying.
I feel really like, what's going on?
That's what I'm saying. I feel like this is being made out to be super fucking deep, and it really
It's not
isn't.
deep. It's not deep. Oh my god.
We are moving on. I want you to brace in.
Right. We need to buckle down apparently.
Yes.
This is deep.
Very deep. So
Oh.
I came across this while searching last night. It does lead on to another post by somebody else with a very similar encounter, but you will understand as I go on.
Go on.
Right, I'm going to start with what I found first.
Okay.
Okay. Tinder date tried to kill me.
Okay.
This was November 2016, Glasgow, Scotland. I was desperate, I must admit. I'd been single and alone for some time and it was driving me crazy. That's when I met Laura. She came across as a very sweet girl and all, but she was in a hurry to meet me, so I did. She insisted to go to the pub, nothing fancy was necessary for her, and I didn't mind this. At first glance, I knew I'd been swindled. She looked different from what I saw before, but I didn't mind. I was just happy to have a date and I'm not exactly good looking myself. I gave her a chance to redeem herself. We got talking and after a few beers, things started to get more intimate. Before I go any further, she was quite overweight girl with long dark hair and she had eyeshadow similar to Amy Winehouse. She said that she was a huge fan of hers.
Baby Reindeer.
I know, that's what came to mind as well. I asked about her hobbies and interests, etc., but she asked me to talk more about myself. I told her about my job and she yawned sarcastically. Let's talk about your sex life, she said. She had slipped her foot out of her shoe and started to rub my groin with her bare foot. Needless to say that I became aroused. So yeah, I didn't have much to say on that department as it had been a while since I had had sex and I was just very honest with her. I asked about hers and she said that her kink, that she was very kinky and that she's done things that I could never imagine. Want to see what I can do, she said. Let's go to my place. So at that point, I had started to feel very drunk, which I was amazed at as I had only got my 4th pint, but I did have 2 shots previously, so I put it down to this. We waited for a taxi. She was holding my hand extremely tight and whispering into my ear about some of the things that she was going to do to me that I'd never experienced before. In a way, I actually couldn't wait to just sleep. My head felt heavy and the rest of my body. It was like the ground was moving beneath my feet. The rest was a blur. I couldn't even remember getting into the taxi, but I do remember falling down the stairs and then she was above laughing at me. Come on, she said, get your sexy ass up here. I struggled up the stairs and before I knew it and what I can remember, I was in her bedroom naked and it'd been like I had blacked out. I tried to sit up only to find myself tied to the bed by my legs and my arms. She then entered the room dressed in bondage gear. I was deeply aroused and confused at the same time. She performed sex acts on me before having full intercourse. I laid there delighted. Don't get me wrong, but something still felt off about it all. I dozed off for a bit and I'd been woken up by a weird screeching sound. What are you doing? I said, as she was wrapping my legs in cling film. Hush now, she said, this is the best bit. I was no longer tired or tied to the bed, but I felt very numb and couldn't move my arms and my legs. She kept wrapping me up from my legs upwards. I was screaming at the top of my lungs and she placed some cling film in a ball in my mouth to shut me up. I was struggling to breathe at this point and had tried my best to dislodge the ball of cling film from my mouth. Eventually, I was totally wrapped from head to toe and could barely see outside of the cling film. She told me that this was my punishment for being terrible in bed and that she had many other victims just like me, all wrapped up, waiting to die. She left the room and I gave out a muffled scream. Then I felt myself slowly fading away. I woke up, which was the next day by now, able to breathe. This time there were people looking at me. They removed most of the cling film and had resuscitated me. I wasn't aware of this until I'd been told. It turned out that I wasn't actually at Laura's flat, but an old-fashioned hotel. The police were all over me, asking me questions about what had happened. I admitted to show them her Tinder profile, but she had deleted me. I am grateful to my rescuers that they had saved me, but forever traumatised by this incident. And I come up with panic attacks when I see people that look similar to she does. It took me years to finally trust people enough to go on dates, but I still on the road to recover mentally. I am glad that I'm still alive, but wonder if she's out there and doing this to other people. So let's just reflect on what I've just said to you. You're never going to date again, are you?
Maybe reindeers, that's all I got in my head. But wow, fucking hell.
Yeah.
She drugged him.
She drugged him. And you know what it made me think of? That time that I accidentally got drugs, where I knew what was going on, but there was nothing I could do about it. Nothing bad happened to me, people. I picked up somebody else's drink at a festival, having a good time. I was safe, I was fine, but not a nice experience. Yeah.
That is so fucking scary.
I mean, when I read it, I was like, what the fuck?
And it's proof that women do this as well as men.
Of course they do. Women are just as bad as men. It's just there is a higher profile of men doing it to women. But I feel like we do try and include...
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So it's shocking. There's not a lot to say.
No, there's not. The clean film thing, I thought you were going into another type of fetish, because there is a clean film fetish where you almost suffocate your body and yourself to have a higher orgasm. I thought that's where you were going with that.
That's like asphyxiation orgasm.
Yeah, that's where I thought you were going with that, but you didn't.
Which, can I just say, listen, I know people have got kinks, and if you ever do...
So what, hang on, what, she left him
to die. Left him to suffocate to death in the clean film.
Which is bizarre, because she must have booked that hotel, I assume, in a fake name.
Cash, could have been anything.
Fucking hell.
Right, so...
Could you imagine being the cleaner finding that?
No, I can't, and I'm so glad...
So many people traumatised through that.
I'm glad
that one thing.
That he survived. They saved him. He's very lucky to be alive. Very lucky to be alive. You know, they do, this is what we talk about, like, if you remember when you went on dates, I was like, let me know where you're going, blah, blah, blah. And I think now with the technology, it's okay to share your location as well. And you should be checking in, male or female, you should be checking in and just saying, I'm all good. Because this isn't the first story of a Tinder date going wrong. I have watched documentaries. Yeah, I just want to quickly, before I move on to the next part that I'm going to read, I just want to touch on people. If you are into... asphyxiation, erotica and all that sort of thing, there's nothing wrong with it. I don't want to say there's anything wrong with it, because people have their own fantasies. I think that if you want to do stuff like that, just make sure someone's with you and it's a safe environment. Don't do things like that if you're on your own, because there are so many stories of people losing their lives because they were trying something sexual. And like I say, there's nothing wrong with your sexual fantasies, but always try and be safe. That's the only thing I want to say before we move on, because I've not long read a story about a poor boy doing it and his mum finding him. So, you know. Anyway, let's get back to this. So, the top comment. This is where my whole evening took a turn and I was up till 4, yeah? So it says, so, I swear I've read this story before from a different guy's perspective a few years ago. He said to meet the girl as well, and that she told him that she had tied someone up in cling film and left them in a hotel room. This guy said he didn't know if the story was true, but hoped that it wasn't. I can't remember much else. He picked up that she was a psycho and left. She's still out there apparently and needs to be stopped. So the OP is like... Was it on here?
You've just traumatised them again.
Was it on here? Send me the link. I need to contact this person. So this is where I haven't gone through the rest of the thread because I moved straight on to...
What happened next?
Right. So this is somebody else that is posting about his story, which will become clear. So he has called this Tinder's date with the devil's daughter.
I saved that one.
Right. Okay, that's it.
Okay, go on then. I only skipped through it, so I didn't read it.
I was just fresh off of a major split up, and some friends of mine encouraged me to use Tinder. After witnessing my friend use it himself, I decided to give it a go. What could go wrong, I thought. I spent hours on swiping and swiping, some matches, some didn't, but it was fun. And then swiped Linda, and we matched. A decision I would end up regretting. We spoke for a few weeks on and off and got to know each other. She seemed like a nice girl. She was a bit older than me, yet looked a whole lot younger. She wasn't fussed about going out for a meal or to the cinema or anything traditional romantic. So we arranged to meet up at a bar instead. Similar, right? At a glance, she was barely recognisable from her profile picture. She looked a lot older and had clearly gained a lot of weight. Already the first red flag was starting to show. That's not the major problem though. We got our drinks and got into some conversation. We seemed to have a lot in common, maybe too much. In my instincts, I had the impression that she had perhaps did some research on me somehow and was trying her best to impress me. There came a point of awkward silence, and I thought something to say to kind of break the silence, but she already beat me to it. Let's talk about sex, she said. I was too stunned to get my head around how forward and straight to the point that she was. She asked me about my sex life and what stuff I got up to, and to what I did with my previous partners. We exchanged our stories. To be honest, mine didn't seem half as exciting as her dramatic ones, so I just made stuff up. I never feel comfortable talking about this to someone on a first date. It was at this point that she revealed something to me that made me sick to the pit of my stomach. She told me that she liked bondage and that she liked to torture and abuse people just for fun. One story in particular, she told me that she had tricked a man into getting into bed and with her, and how shocked he was to lay down on a bed full of thumbtacks. She told me that only the week before, meeting a man off of Tinder got him to take her to his own flat, and said that she was all prepped, had a full bag of items in her car, bondage tools. Then to my horror, she told me that she had wrapped him up in cling film over and over again, head to toe, until he was almost mummified, and then just left him there in his own flat on the floor, abandoned. She laughed as she impersonated his mumbles and his pleas for help. He's probably dead by now, she chuckled as she sipped her drink. At this point, I decided to leave. There was no more point in staying. I didn't even want to question whether it was a joke or not. I just got up and left. She attempted to kiss me, but I swerved out of her way. I just got up and left as soon as I could. Safe to say, I never met her again, and I hope I never will. It's the same woman.
But that was a different bloke.
This was a different man.
No. The guy she mummified is a different bloke.
Maybe there's somebody out there.
Well, she said it was in his own flat.
Yeah, but
whereas the other guy, he went back to her place, but it wasn't her place. It was.
Doesn't mean that she.
It means it's another person.
Or she's just saying in his flat. But I understand, so I'm just going to have a quick, before I read the comments.
But if that was another guy in his own flat, the possibility of him being dead was probably higher.
Well, yeah, because
if
there's
he lived
nobody
alone,
there.
Oh my life. Wow.
Yeah, this is a warning to every.
Massive, massive warning. Jesus Christ.
Chief dead after being wrapped in cling film during sex game. There are loads of stories, babe. There's a man that's done it to a woman.
It's a thing, isn't it?
It's now a thing, and I didn't know it was a thing. Right,
It is a thing.
I just couldn't believe it. Like, when you put the two together. Right, so somebody said, okay, but like, seriously, fucked up. Who tricks someone else into their kinks, especially, and then leaves them with no way to get out? I really hope that you reported her. I did. They didn't seem to take it seriously and never heard anything back. One of the guys she wrapped in clean film, at least, the one I've just read, was left in an old-fashioned hotel, not his home. But other than that, I'm pretty damn sure you both met up with the same psycho. Only it sounds like she drugged this other guy, then clean wrapped him into plastic mummy and almost killed him by leaving him there. Luckily, he was found in time. This poor dude is completely traumatized. I hope someone catches this chick ASAP. It sounds like that she is possibly a serial killer. I am glad you got out of there. She got you, and that she didn't get you drugged up and took you somewhere to hurt you or kill you. Stay safe out there, people. It's scary as hell. It's just so fucked up. People have done what I've done, gone to see if they can find any other men.
Yeah.
Found dead, wrapped in cling film. Who the fuck? So this woman is possibly still out there on Tinder.
I think it's a little bit sad that he reported it and nothing's come of it. Because actually, if it was a woman reporting a guy, they may have followed that up quicker.
What I think is concerning as well is that if people are turning up on a date and this person isn't who their profile was and they're still continuing with the date. I know some people feel really ugly or whatever, like, it's not that I don't understand that, but I think if I went on a date and I'm meeting somebody that looks a certain way, not because I'm shallow, but if they turn up and they're a completely different person, well, that's strike one, mate, straight away, because you've lied about what you look like because you think whatever it is that I think. Mm-hmm. But you've already been dishonest and shown to be untruthful. It's really like the start of position, you've already fucking lied. So
yeah,
because you've made a decision that I'm shallow, instead of saying, listen, I'm not quite my profile picture anymore, that would really piss me off more than anything. I'd be like, what the fuck?
I wouldn't have stuck about. But I was very much in the attitude of, I don't have to be here. Like, I've chosen to meet this person and you ain't it.
Yeah.
So I'm out of here.
Everybody is like, holy shit, this is the same woman. I'm just seeing if anybody else is like... It's the hotel staff that saved my life, you know.
There's one here, the Hello Gypsy. Can you see him? I'm on the same story. It says, your story reminds me chillingly of something my ex told me a few years back. He used to abuse steroids and have a serious meth problem before I met him. Also came to find out he had issues with sexual... Hold on, I've got to zoom in. I can't read it. Find out that he had serious issues with sexual violence as well. Anyways, he told me this story about how he was all methed out one night and had sex with this girl in a hotel room. She had no clue what was about to happen, but he got all hardcore BDSM on her.
Is that where you hit them?
I'm
going to have to Google what BDSM
hooked her with his belt and just left her there, tied up like that, naked and crying on the bed. Not nearly as bad as the story, because at least a maid would have eventually came to clean the room. But I know of I know for absolute certain his story was true. There are some sick and twisted people out there. It's scary.
BDSM is a variety
thing,
of
isn't it?
erotic role-playing involving bondage, discipline, dominance and submission.
It's violent sex.
So somebody else has put a link in and asked, so I've gone back to my first story, and police hunt murderer after man's decorpsing body found wrapped, partially buried and wrapped in plastic in America. There is a serial killer who's on fucking Tinder, people.
Oh, is this? Did you go on to?
I went back.
Sophie AG. Okay, but did you see this as a link?
So hit the link and make sure if it's the same one, because if it's another one, it's a serial. It's already a serial killer in my.
Oh no, Opie said, yeah, I saw this too. Tinder date tried.
Yeah. That's like right. So this article. This is UK. Yeah, Tinder. Right. Scotland, yes. In Scotland. Scotland Yard is hunting for a murderer after a man decorpsing body was found in a popular beauty spot in Epping Forest. The male victim was found at Harrow Pond. Sorry if I get anything wrong, I'm dyslexic. At around 7 p.m. on Wednesday night after passers-by reported it and spotted it. And there were rats scurrying around, for fuck's sake. The body was found partially buried and wrapped in plastic in a undergrowth of crosts in the woods. A post-mortem has confirmed that the man was murdered, and Scotland Yard said the body may have been laying there for weeks. Police have identified the victim and informed his next of kin. Fuck off, I'm reading that. No, hold on. I'm almost at the end. Right. Hollow Ponds is a busy and popular local beauty spot with a cafe and boating lake. Detective Sheriff Inspector Jimmy Piseo said, who is leading the investigation, it is also surrounded by a number of busy roads, including crosswalks. He would like everybody who may have been... So basically, somebody has found this and sent it to the first victim, who hopefully has sent it to the second victim, and they have both contacted the lead detective. I can't see anything about them being found, but we have a serial killer, a female serial killer. It's a lot rarer than male. Do you know that? Okay. I mean, we could go on all day with it, babe. So I just want to say to everyone out there, again, please be careful.
It's massively about staying safe. Like, it's fun to share your stories because something gross happened, or they're weirdos, or like...
This is a reminder.
I mean, at the end of the day, people are in this actual situation. When you're in that situation, it's fucking scary.
Yeah. And
the fact you can get away and go, oh my God, listen to my story.
Yeah.
I mean, we're enjoying the stories, but actually, this is real life.
Yeah. And
like, this is your life.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, there's no, like, Live 360, all of that. You should be checking in when you're on. Like, we definitely, when you were on dates, I was like, definitely check in.
Always tell someone where you're going.
Yeah, and just check in. All good, not good, have a code word. I just think, you know, because if, I don't know, I got kids, a young man, I suppose. He's 18 and he's, you know, dating and whatever. And I would be, I don't know, beside myself. Like, he was a lucky man, this one. The one in the news article was not so lucky. So that is the message. That's why I saved it to last, because it was heavy. So we do hope you've enjoyed today's episode. We know it got heavy, but I also think it's a really important message.
Yeah.
To end with.
Yeah, online dating is scary.
Can you screenshot profiles?
Yes, you can.
Did you?
Yeah.
Before going on the date and all the messages?
Yeah, but a lot of them I would screenshot just to take the piss of like, nope. But yes, you can.
If they delete you, does their messages all delete as well?
Yes.
Yeah, let's start screenshotting people. If you're going to go on a date with this person, just send it to a mate, or even if you've got it on your iPhone, it's in the iCloud, because if something happens to you, they'll be able to find out. And when you go on the date, why aren't people taking a picture of this person and just quickly sending it off? That should be like
because
a thing.
that's kind of a weird thing to do, isn't it? To
I
rock
don't
up
know.
to your date and be like,
no weirder than
take a
pulling out a
picture.
butt plug.
Yeah, but
I feel like that. I feel like that should be normality. Like, take a picture, say sorry, my mate's a psycho. Send the picture, done. So if they don't like it, they soon get up and fuck off. You can say it's weird, but how weird is it nowadays?
it is weird to walk up to somebody and take a picture of them.
I know. See that bit? That's what I'm putting out. That should be a new thing. That should be a new fucking thing where you take a picture, send it off. So if anything happens to you, at least the police have got a fucking proper picture. You know what I mean? They can see you from space if you run a red light, but if you get murdered in the street, they can't figure out who the fuck you are. There's no pixels.
Oh, don't.
Anyway, don't get me fucking started. This is what you need to do. Right, so...
It really is about being safe. It really is. Like, don't be embarrassed that you're using social media to go on dates.
No.
Let your friends, or at least your best mate, let one person know where you're going to be, what you're doing. Get the live 360 so that you can track my phone.
Yeah.
Like, you know, just turn that shit on.
You can turn it on and off.
Just turn it on for whilst you're out for
Yeah.
those couple of hours.
Yeah.
Let your mate know. If you go back to their house, leave it on.
Yeah.
Just leave it on.
Code word. Screenshot that. Take a photo of that person's face and say, I know it's psycho, but so's my friend. Done. I don't think it's that weird.
No,
I feel like
not.
that's completely
It's about
acceptable.
keeping yourself safe.
We're talking to men and women here.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like
this
both.
isn't directed at one single person. It's
Yeah.
directed to people who are dating on social, because
Yeah.
we're very aware that social, you can AI this shit up proper. So you just...
You know, it's not... It's easy to say, you know, meet the way people did before. Same situation, no matter how you meet. Like, be
and
careful.
always buy your own drinks.
Yeah.
I feel like that is a massive, like,
Yeah.
always buy your own drinks.
Yeah, but he might have got up to go to the toilet. I can't imagine that she brought the drinks. I've got a feeling he brought the drinks. He probably got up, went to the toilet, and she was like, yeah, victim number 2 or whatever.
I mean, you just got to be careful with drinks, haven't you? You have to.
It's like
you have to.
That is definitely more of a 10-year thing, this whole spiking shit. Do you remember when it was rife in Sutton? You had to really be careful. We were still going clubbing there.
I mean, it's spiking. It just got crazy. That's all.
Yeah,
it was always there.
Or maybe it's the social media, so we heard about it more.
Yeah.
Right. I think that's it. I think we're done.
But equally, you know, dating can be fun too. Like,
oh God, yeah.
you never
Just
know.
like,
You might meet the one.
I don't know if Tinder's the one where you're meeting people to spend a long
Quality
romantic time. Because from what I've read and heard, it's more.
From what I heard, you should also be careful on places like Match as well. Just saying.
Yeah.
Just be careful.
Yeah. Use protection.
And let your friends know
where you are. Yeah. It's
that
definitely, it's definitely recommended.
But,
even your dog agrees, don't you, babes?
She looks fun. She's just like, I'm with you. Like, let's just not.
Yeah.
We're all right.
Right.
But.
So thank you for joining. Please like, follow and subscribe if you're enjoying our content.
Follow.
It does help us out and makes us feel good.
Yeah. And I hope we're making you feel good too.
Yeah. Last night when we were running, let's end
we weren't running.
All right, sorry.
Stop telling people we run.
Last night when we were walking,
yes.
we saw a man changing completely naked. So I let out a whistle and then Emily ran.
I did run. I'm lying. I
Yeah.
ran last night.
Just fully in front of the.
No.
We've actually.
We were minding our own business, walking along. You know, we were
That's
out
what I'm
doing a
saying.
walk. He was minding his own business with the light off in his room.
You
But the
could
only reason we
see
could see
the
was
whole
because
light.
the whole light.
But you know what? It's
lit
given.
him up.
Remember that story, Slutty Confessions?
Yeah.
That girl. It was all on purpose.
And I wasn't being a pervert, but you know, these
We
are
were like,
beautiful houses. So we were
massive
talking about
houses,
these beautiful
massive
houses.
windows.
And I was like, oh my God, it's a
He's
naked
completely
man.
naked, so I gave out a nice
And
wolf
then
whistle. She legged it. It
I
was
thought
hilarious.
she went back to have a little perv. That's what I thought she did. And then she wolf whistled. And yes, I had a red coat on. They were going to see me.
Couldn't see me, I was in black. But do you know what it gave me? Knockdown Ginger. It was well funny. But we didn't just run a little bit. Like, we went down to the end of the road.
I weren't
I
being
peed
seen.
a little bit, which was even funnier.
I weren't being seen. I
I was
weren't
like,
having that. I
yeah.
weren't having it.
I felt about 13. It
A
was
bright
good.
red coat. I'm never
Yeah.
wearing that again. With
That's
you.
a nice little colour with me, just in case I do something. So, is that why you brought the bright green coat today?
But that's not bright green.
You can't run in that.
No, because we're not running.
Okay, you can't jog in that.
I'll be fine.
Okay, no complaining.
I'm not going to complain.
Okay. All right, sweet. Thank you everyone for joining us. Until next time.
Yeah.
Right, it's over to you. You've got to get up. You're the one now. I'm all the
So
wires.
fucking rude.
I don't know what to tell you.
Wow. What do you think of that? I think. What don't you think of that? I think that girl has got everything.